Hey foodies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natasha, and in today's video I'll be making a spicy chicken biryani. So let's get started. For the recipe I'll be using chicken pieces. Now we can start with the marinade. For my marinade I'm using 250 ml of nkomas or sour milk. For my ground spices, I'll be adding 2 teaspoons of cumin or jeera powder, 2 teaspoons of dhania or coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of somp, ground fennel, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of yellow food coloring, 2 teaspoons of masala, and that's my mild mixed masala, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of barbecue spice. And please guys, if you haven't checked my video out, please go check my video out of my barbecue spice. And then we're gonna mix everything together, and then once everything's been mixed together, then we can add in 1.5 teaspoons of Breyani mix, and that's ground Breyani mix, 2 teaspoons of ginger and garlic paste, and 1 tablespoon of salt. And then we'll mix everything, allow this to marinate. You can leave it overnight to marinate, but if you like and you want to start your biryani sooner, leave this to marinate for about 1 hour to 2 hours. Allow all your spices to infuse into the chicken. Next, we can start with our rice. In a pot, I've got 2 cups of rice and 400 ml of water. I've already washed my rice, so we're gonna boil this. But to this, we're gonna add in our whole spices. I've got 2 bay leaves, 2 sticks of cinnamon, and about 3 cloves, some cardamom pods, and also some ilachi, and also star aniseed. So we're gonna add this in, and then we're going to allow this to boil just for about 5 to 10 minutes, because we're going to finish cooking it in the slow cooker. Turmeric, and I'm putting half a teaspoon of turmeric in there, and then we can also add in some salt. To that I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt. Let's give that a mix, and then we're going to bring that up to the boil. Then for my lentils, I've washed 1 cup of brown lentils, and that's your biryani dough. I've already washed that, and then to that we're going to add in 3 sticks of cinnamon, and then next we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt, and then next we're going to add in half teaspoon of turmeric. We're going to give that a mix, and we're also going to bring this to the boil. So my rice has been boiled. Now we can remove some of the rice. I've already strained it, so let's remove some of the rice. And then to that rice, in a bowl, I'm going to add in some coloring, and that's your egg yellow food coloring. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of food coloring, and we're going to give that a mix, and this is going to be for the layering. Now we can move on to braising our chicken. In a pot, I've got 1/4 cup of cooking oil. I'm using sunflower oil, so let's add our sunflower oil in. Once our oil is nice and ready, to that I'm going to add in my whole spices. I'll be using half a teaspoon of whole somp seeds, half a teaspoon of whole jeera seeds, 3 cloves, 2 star anise, 3 cinnamon sticks, 2 whole bay leaves, and 2 cardamom pods, and also 1 black ilachi. Now we can add in our onions, and to that I've got 1 medium sliced onion, some fresh curry leaves, and also a few sprigs of thyme. So let's add that to our whole spices, and then we can give that a mix, allow everything to fry nicely. We can add in half a teaspoon of turmeric, and we can mix that all together. Allow your spices, your onions, your thyme, everything to infuse together. Once your onions are nice and translucent, we can add in 1 medium sliced tomato. I've just roughly chopped my tomato, so let's add that in, give that all a nice mix. We can add in 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and because my tomatoes are a little bit sour, the sugar will help to cut out the bit of the sourness. Now we can add in our chicken that's been marinating in the mass and the sour milk and with all the spices. So let's add that in. I'm not using any spices because my chicken has already been marinating with all the spices. So let's add our chicken in, and then we'll just give that a mix. And I haven't cut my chicken, I'm leaving them into nice big pieces so that the family can enjoy the chicken pieces and nice big meaty pieces. And as you can see, guys, it looks absolutely amazing. The color is beautiful, it smells wonderful. Now we can add in our potatoes. I've just cut and washed my potatoes. I'm using nice big soft cooking potatoes. So next we can move on to the layering. In my slow cooker, I'm adding just a sprinkle of rice, and then we're going to start next. The next thing we're going to add in is our lentils, our brown lentils, which is we've cooked. A sprinkle of our lentils is going in, and then we're going to just carry on with this process of layering. And then next we're going to add in some of our chicken and the sauce and the gravy, the spices, some of the potatoes, and then we're just going to proceed with this, the layering part. And then also with the layering, I'm adding some fresh mint and some coriander, and then just some of that rice that I did mix earlier on with the yellow food coloring. We're going to sprinkle a bit of that, and then we're just going to carry on with the layering. So basically your rice, then your brown lentils, a bit of your meat, your gravy, your potatoes, some fresh mint and coriander. And as you can see, the colors are looking beautiful. You've got your greens, your oranges, and I forgot to mention, guys, I did add some fresh spring onion, which I've chopped up, and I've also used that with my mint and my coriander. And we're going to serve that with a cucumber raita, my Breyani. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to click on the like, the share, subscribe. And please let me know, guys, in the comment section if you liked my videos. And thank you so much to everybody that's been watching my videos. Your love and support means so much to me. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.